And a big hello to all of my students, my Heritage Altmaier and my Virtual Academy students. This project is going to be completed by all of you for our next art project. And this one's going to be a bit different. The previous projects I've been giving you all during this virtual has been step by step where I kind of show you what to do. And then I give you a picture in the end about what the goal that we're trying to shoot for is going to look like. Not for this one. This one's all you. I have worded information for you that you are going to have to come up with your own drawing and design for this project. Okay, so I need you to get into the creative mindset right now because I'm not going to show you how to draw a thing. I'm going to talk to you guys about what this project is about, and then you are on your own. This project is called a character creation. This is what happens and is used when books are written. I want you to imagine that I, Mr. Johnson, am the author of a children's book. Now, this is not real. I want you to just get in the mindset that there is an author and I am the author of the book. I write the story. Your job is to be the illustrator. You are coming up with the picture for the cover of my book. Now, you don't have any of the information about this book, and that's what I'm going to be giving you. You will then take the information that I have written for you in the document or this information that's written here, and you're going to peel all that information off of this and put it into a cover for my book. So let's start talking just a little bit about the things that are going to be required for this. The skills that you're going to need to have is obviously you're going to need some good drawing skills. I just want you to draw the best that you possibly can. So my third and fourth graders, my older students, I'm going to really be looking for attention to detail. You really want to make sure that you have fine-tuned things in order to get this project to look as great as you possibly can. Second grade, if you have the skills, build on them. I want you to really draw with nice, good detail. Kindergarten and first grade, use what all talents that you have to be able to just draw as best as you can for this. And I'm going to explain that just a little bit more. Now, obviously, I always want everybody to draw their best, but you don't even have the information. So as we go, I'm going to give you bits more. I want you to also be able to use your abilities to draw nice lettering, text, writing, block letters, cursive letters, whatever that you can. We've been working on it a lot. It's a nice way because if this is going to be a cover of a book, we have to put the title of the book, which means lettering that is easily readable and is eye-catching as well. You want, remember, if this would be a children's book, it's going to be battling a bunch of other children's book at like a Barnes & Noble to get your attention. So you're going to have to really make this book stick out. And then also, take your time to color. If we want to have your best, you got to do your best. So taking your time to color and choosing the correct coloring materials is going to be very, very, very helpful. For this project, you're also probably going to want to practice drawing a little bit. Your first drawing normally is not your best. Any professional illustrator will tell you it takes dozens, tens, if not hundreds of drawings to get the right picture for a book or for a character. Hundreds. Now, I'm not asking you to do hundreds, but if I'm giving you the information about what this book is about, you might only want to draw like 2 or 3 to get a practice down of what you want. And then you want one to look really, really, really excellent, and that will be the one that you show me. Something that we have to be careful for is something called copywriting. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that coming up. Okay, so let me give you the information about this book first. Now remember, this is not a real book. I just want you to put you in the mindset of, I am the author, Mr. Johnson is the author and storyteller of the book, but I need your help to create a cover for this book because I want you to imagine I can't draw this. I'm a great writer, not a great illustrator. You are the great illustrator, so you're going to help me out by producing a cover. So let's first talk about this book. First off, it's a children's book. So that means the items you want to put on this cover are normally going to be bright, eye-catching colors that kids can easily see and read. So you choosing bright colors is definitely going to be something to benefit you. Now, children's books are any books that are ages between that you would read to a child who is 1 year old all the way up to maybe 11 or 12. So I know many of you have books at home. Take a look at the covers of those books and look at the layout of where they put everything. That will be very, very helpful. Second thing, here we get into some more important information. This book is about a cat, one cat. Now, he comes across other friends throughout this book, but the main character is one cat, and his name is Rufus. Rufus the cat. So we know it's a children's book. The main character is a cat, and his name is Rufus. The next thing we need to know, Rufus wears glasses. Not sunglasses. He wears like normal reading glasses that you would wear into your classroom. So he wears glasses. He's got a backpack. Now notice, I don't tell you what color the backpack is. You can choose that if you want to, but he does wear a backpack. Next thing, he does like art. He always carries his art sketchbook with him wherever he goes. So as you're building this character, you're going to want to make sure that your Rufus has got his glasses on, he's wearing his backpack, and that he's carrying his art sketchbook with him. Now, here are some things about Rufus that we do need to know that might help you out with the cover. First thing, he is very shy and quiet. So if you picture a very shy and quiet character or person, you have to think about that facial expression. What would they look like? They're not going to have this big, excited look on their face, eyes wide open, if you're shy and quiet. So you have to picture, what does that look like on a person or an animal if you're shy or quiet? So I want you to take those things and see what you can come up with about how do I draw a person or a cat, or how would I draw a person's face even if they were shy or quiet? And you can take those skills that you would draw for a person and put them into an animal. His favorite color is orange. Now you can use this however that you want to. Orange is Rufus's favorite color, so you can actually put that as his sketchbook or his backpack, or even the color of his glasses. But that's the information that we have about Mr. Rufus. Okay? Now, one of the other things that we need to talk about is the title of the book, which is Day Out with Rufus. Okay, so that is the actual title of the book. Day Out with Rufus. That's the title of the book. And I will make sure that you get that in the document as well as all of this information will be there. So you need to make sure that you have the title, you have the information about Rufus so that you can draw it. Now, in the document, I also have images of different children's books. I picked 3 different books out. One of them, actually 2 of them, you probably know quite well. Charlotte's Web. Now, Charlotte's Web, I am not specifically going to talk about the book itself. I'm talking about the cover. Now, if you look at the picture, it's got the text of Charlotte's Web at the top of the cover of the book. Then it has the drawing or illustration underneath it. So you can choose to put Day Out with Rufus here and then draw your picture Rufus underneath the title. Your choice. The next picture I have listed is a book called The Angry Dragon. Now this is the opposite. Charlotte's Web had the title up above, picture down here. The Angry Dragon is the opposite. It has the title at the bottom and the illustration or drawing up above it. You could do that too. The key thing is you need to have the picture of the character and the title of the book on this paper. You'll also notice too is that the writing on The Angry Dragon, thick, bright, bold, easy to see. The background is kind of darker and the letters are a little bit lighter to help them pop out so your eyes can catch them more. That's a good design quality to remember. And then the last one that we have is The Cat in the Hat. We all know that one. Now the Cat in the Hat's a little different. The picture that I have says The Cat in the Hat over on the side. And then The Cat in the Hat's over on the opposite side of the paper over here. You could do that. You could put the title of the book here and your character Rufus over here, or you could put the title over there and put character Rufus on the opposite side. You can choose what you want, but you have to have the title of the book and a picture of Rufus, the main character, on the book for this. And you want Rufus to be big. As you notice on the pictures I give you in the document, the actual illustration or drawing is quite large and easy to see. Remember, this is a kid's book. You want to catch that kid's eyes to get to your book to see what it's all about. Now I need to talk about copyright. Copyright's a no-no. It's actually illegal to do. Copywriting is where you take something that somebody else made that everybody knows, and you take it and you basically use it for your own stuff. That's not allowed. That's actually illegal. You can get into some serious trouble for that. Especially like for our project is about a cat named Rufus. I just talked to you about the Cat in the Hat. You can't take the picture of the Cat in the Hat and use him as Rufus. That's a no-no. That's stealing. That's copywriting. You cannot do that. Now, can you look at pictures of cats to help you to learn how to draw? Yes. Can you look at pictures of books that have cartoon versions of cats to help you? Yes. As long as you change what they're supposed to look like. Now, the Cat in the Hat's very unique. He's got his red bow tie. He wears his gloves. He's got that silly hat that he wears. You can't take that stuff. That's stuff that is unique to Dr. Seuss and the Cat in the Hat. So if you're looking at pictures of cats and books of cats, like Pete the Cat, you can't take Pete the Cat and put him in and use him as yours. That's cheating. That's against the rules, and you can get in trouble for that. So we want to steer clear of taking things that already exist and using that. So you have to be your own creative mind. You got to use that art brain to come up with your own. Now, if you look at some pictures of real cats or even cartoon cats or even books with cats like Cat in the Hat, you can kind of get an idea of what to do, but you need to put your own creative spin on it that makes it look different than the one that you're looking at. So I am going to recommend, please go to Google and look up cartoon cats. Look up real cats to figure out, what do they look like? How can I draw it? All right, they have 4 legs, they've got a tail, they've got ears and a round face. You have to figure out how to draw that. Now, if you know how to draw cats, this is going to be fairly simple. If you don't, I recommend practicing. I am not good with drawing cats. I would need probably lots of practice. So you can use pictures to help you, but you can't steal pictures and trace them and call them as your own. That's a no-no. That's against the rules. All right, and I want you to understand that right now, because some of you are excellent artists. Don't steal somebody else's work. You can use it to inspire you, but you can't take it and say that it's your own. We're better than that. So you can help find things to guide you and inspire you, but you don't take. Try to change up some things if you can. All right? So, how do you get this all laid out? Well, make sure that when you are drawing Rufus, I see his whole body. As you notice in the Cat in the Hat, I only see the picture of his upper body. No. I want to see, when you draw your Rufus, I want to see his whole body here. Whether he's sitting, standing, walking, running, it doesn't matter. I need to see Rufus's whole body here. Do not draw him tiny. He is the main character. I want him quite large and on the picture. And then you also need the title somewhere in here too. Remember, the title has to be easily readable and probably nice and colorful, because remember, it's a kid's book. You want kids to see this book over everybody else, every other book that's out there. So color is important. Size of your character is important. Please make sure that you spell the title correctly as well. So double check the title of the book to make sure that you get that. Rufus should be colored in bright and bold and easy to see. Now, as you can see with like the Cat in the Hat, it only has a blue background. If you are going to leave the background empty, you really don't even need to color it. You don't. Now, if you want Rufus to be here, and then the title, and you want to draw like a background, a picture of like trees, or maybe he's walking home from school, or maybe he's actually walking home or going to a park, then you might want to draw and color that in the background. But you don't have to color the whole background if you don't want to. Some books actually have these really cool, like, pattern backgrounds that aren't actually pictures of objects. They're neat patterns. Some of them have like these nice colored corners. You can decide on what you want to for the rest of the outside around the title and Rufus. That's your choice. But you do not have to color it. I'm mostly looking for, what does Rufus look like? And making sure that the title is a very unique, cool looking title. The background, I know some of you will go really in depth with that. So have fun with it as much as you possibly can. So we talked about the book. We already got that right here. It's a children's book. We have all the information. Check the document. It should be there. Can I use help? Yes, but don't take somebody else's ideas and call it off your own, because that is copywriting. That's against the rules. Please do not do that. Do not cheat. Use it as inspiration. Don't steal. Layout of the cover. I've already said that you have a couple different choices about where the text and writing can be and where Rufus can go. Please spell the title of the book correctly. Double check your spelling. And make sure that you color it in full. No white spaces. But like I said, if you're not going to put anything in the background, I guess it's okay to leave it white. But I would much rather have you try to put something in the background if you can. Maybe a location where Rufus is, or put some designs around the outside. That would be very helpful as well. It just makes it more pleasing to the eye instead of a plain white background. But I guess if you're not wanting to color the background, I'm not going to hold that against you. But, you know, it is a kid's book. Kids love colors and love pictures and designs. I would much rather have it filled in. What do you want to use for color? Well, I would say colored pencils or crayons might be a better option for this project instead of markers, because a lot of your markers for you guys are fading away and not working too well. So choose a different colored supply to do this. Colored pencils would be better because you can get a nice sharp point and color in those really tough to reach places. Kindergarten and first grade, when you are coloring, just color in the lines as best as you possibly can. I love what you guys are doing. So just color in the best that you can. For my Altmaier 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders and my Virtual Academy 3rd and 4th graders, build on these skills. You want Rufus to look like a nice cartoon character? Use your values. Use your shading and shadowing. Light to dark. Okay? Use these skills to really make this thing stand out, because you never know, if you grow up and you become a fantastic artist, you know, I wouldn't mind being an illustrator for a story company, for a book company. I think that would be pretty cool. So I want your absolute best to be here, so show me what you got. Now, next week, Wednesday, we have no school. So there's going to be no art project coming out. So you actually get 2 weeks to work on this. All right? So do your absolute best. Some other things to keep in mind. You do have his name. I did not give the color of his glasses. Notice it says cat. It doesn't say what color the cat is. So you can look up any type of cat and use that for Rufus. Okay? Just do the best that you can. Remember that everything will be in the document, so check that. It'll explain everything. But you are creating Rufus for my fictional children's book, Day Out with Rufus. Do your best. I want to see what you guys have. If you have questions, let me know. But give it your best shot. And yeah, I can't wait to see these. Have a great week, everybody.